Okay, please take your seat, class. And now let's proceed for our discussion. So, our discussion for today is all about pronoun. So, what is a pronoun? Pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun or a noun phrase. It is referred to a noun that has been mentioned or a noun that does not need to be named specifically. In short, class, pronoun takes place the noun. Okay, so we have different types of pronoun. And number one is personal pronoun. Who wants to read the personal pronoun? Anyone in the class? Yes, Mr. Avalorio. Personal pronoun is the most common pronoun. It refers to a person or people speaking or writing, first person, the person being spoken to, second person, or the people or other things, or the third person. Very good, Mr. Abalorio. Note, like nouns, personal pronoun can function as either the subject of a verb or the object of a verb or preposition. So, for example, she likes him, but he loves her. So, as you can see, there is highlighted words there, and those highlighted words are our pronoun. So, she is for girls, he for boys, and her for girls also. So this is a table that shows that the most of our personal pronouns have different subject and object forms. So we use personal pronouns as a subject and as an object. So I'm gonna read the personal pronouns as a subject. So in first person singular as a subject, we use I. And in plural, we use we. In second person, we used you, and in plural, we use you also. In third person singular, we use he for boys, she for girls, and it for things. And in plural, we use they. And also as an object, in first person singular, we use me. In plural, we use us. Second person singular, you. And in plural, we use your. Third person, him for boys again, and her for girls, and it for things. And in plural, we use them. And for example, it is my favorite book. It says here it's subject pronoun because we use it because it's a thing and it represents the favorite book, which is only singular. And the second example is I like to read it. That is object pronoun. Why? Because you make that favorite book as an object. So who wants to read the next example? Yes, Miss Sibayan. She is wonderful person. Subject pronoun. Very good. Who wants more? Okay, Miss Manuel. Emily wants to meet her. That's object pronoun. Okay, very good. So let's proceed to our next types of pronoun, and that is interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun particularly answers what, which, who or whom, and whose. It introduces questions for which a noun is the answer. So in interrogative pronoun, it's more on question. And as you can see in the example, which do you prefer? Whose pen is this? So in interrogative pronoun, it's obviously used for asking questions. So number 3 is possessive pronoun. Who wants to read and explain what is possessive pronoun? Yes, Miss Tamayo. Possessive pronoun refers to things or people that belongs to someone. Example: mine, yours, ours, hers, its, theirs, and his. Very good, Miss Tamayo. So in possessive pronoun, it's obviously, of course, it refers to your belongings. So, for example, for volleyball, you use mine as a signal that you will going to hit the ball. Mine, for example. And another example here is the dog is mine. I love listening to his singing. So in the question, the example number 2, I love listening to his singing. So you're referring to a person who is good in singing. And the last example is the kids are yours and mine. So the kids are my child or my children because it signifies like mine and yours. So next is demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun distinguish the person or thing being referred to from other people or things. So for example, this, that, those. So in demonstrative pronoun, we use those examples here to determine to distinguish the person or thing being referred. For example, that is an alarm clock. So I use the demonstrative pronoun that because I am not near or I'm far with the alarm clock. But if I'm holding this alarm clock, this is an alarm clock. Did you get it? Okay. That's the difference between this and that. And for this and those, it's for plural. Yes. Okay, let's proceed for number 4. Who wants to read? Oh yes, Mr. Caronan. Relative pronoun. It introduces a subordinate clause and a part of a sentence that includes a subject and a verb but does not form a sentence by itself. So, relative pronoun supports a sentence. For example, here it's the what, whom, who, which, or whose. And the given example here is I have a friend whose cat is annoying. Whose used here to refers that the cat of her friend is annoying. Next example, the children whom we love dearly need better education. So whom refers here, the children. Did you get it? Okay, let's proceed. The book, which is now out of print, has all the information you need. So which refers to the book. Okay. Next is the reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject of a sentence or clause and are formed by adding self or selves to a personal pronoun. So reflexive pronouns are myself, herself, ourself, itself. So for example, I taught myself to play the guitar. So you are referring to yourself that you taught yourself to play a guitar. Next example, we have been preparing ourselves for flu season. So ourselves refers for all. We, ourselves. Get it? Okay. And last type of pronoun is indefinite pronoun. In indefinite pronoun, it is do not refer to a specific person or a thing. So in indefinite pronoun, we are not referring to our subject. For example, everybody, either, none, something. Anyone can be a superstar or a star. So it's not referring to a single or a specific person, but it is for all of us, anyone. Next, many like ice cream. It says that it's obviously that we all love ice cream. Okay. So as a practice, you need to complete the given sentences with the correct pronoun. Who wants to read the first or answer the first question? Oh yes, Miss Nandihar. He want this sandwich. Very good. That the answer is this. Number 2. He or she played her favorite doll. What's the answer? Yes? Very good. She. Why? Because we have a pronoun here, her, which it signifies as a female. So as pronoun, she. Very good. Next question. Blank, are you doing? Of course, what are you doing? Why? Because it's obvious that what are you doing? Who are you doing? That's wrong, obviously. Next question. I didn't regard blank a good pianist. So what's the answer there? Very good, myself. Because you are referring to yourself. There is a pronoun here, I, which is singular, and that's myself. Number 5 question. We or are all admired courage. Very good. It's we. We all admired college. So as you all know what is pronoun is, this is your activity. So please answer this in a 1/4 paper, and I'm giving you only 5 minutes to answer it. And let's check it later. This is the part 2. Answer it also. And as your assignment for the next meeting, you need to research about adverbs. Do you get it, guys? I hope you've learned something from this topic. And see you on next meeting. Goodbye, class.